Hello everyone, NETFQ here. As you can see, I have got an Orca, and what I'll be doing today is I'll be taking that out and just compare it against the Rorqual. Obviously, it's not really going to compare, but just due to the situation down here in Esoteria, it's not really safe to go Rorqual mining lately. So I'm having to resort to the next best thing, and that is to take an Orca out. So I'll get into the fit a little bit later, but what I want to do is I want to get going and get it out. So let's just go and we'll anchor. Well, I won't anchor. I'll go fly next to a spod rock and we'll start mining it. So I've checked the system. There's no bad guys in there currently, so we should be safe for the moment. Now it is quite different than mining in a Rorqual. There's just a couple more things that you need to be aware of to try and be as safe as possible. And one of the golden rules is always align out. Make sure that your Orca is aligned, so it's not going to take that long to get into warp. Because if you don't do that, you're going to die. It's as simple as that. But I'll go into the fit that I've got anyway as soon as I land and start mining. For the mining drones, I've just got the Augmented Mining Drone, which does the job. It does a fair amount. So we'll get into that. Let me just get next to this spod rock without hitting it. Gee, that's close. Alright, so we'll just do that, and what I want to do is I just want to align to a citadel, just so I've got an easy and quick escape route if any bad guys come into the system. Right, so I'll just start mining that, and then my drones and away they go. I'll turn in my shield reps, not reps, just shield extenders. So I'm pretty much aligned now. So what I'll do is I'll just dot my ship so I don't get too far away from the rock. And of course I'm not going to be mining alone. I do have over here 2 hulks as well, just to help out, because I don't feel like sitting at that rock all by myself. So what I'll do is I'll just warp to my Orca pilot at 10. Do that with this guy as well.
Warp drive active.
Sorry for the size of these 2 screens. I've only got 2 monitors, so these 2 hulks are sharing one monitor, hence why the resolution is halved, so to speak. So we'll go back over since I'm in warp. Yeah, so this is my Orca. Currently, with the skills that I've got, I am mining, what's that, 258.55 cubic meters every 60 seconds per drone. So it is a lot less than mining in a Rorqual. But then again, you know, this is a cheap ship anyway. And the drones are quite cheap as well. Right, so I've just landed. So what I'll do with my alts is I'll turn the laser optimization command burst on, just so at least I get some buffs. So as you can see with that, I get a negative 39.4% duration bonus, which is pretty nice. So I'll just approach the Orca. I'll turn these guys on, right click the Orca and open the fleet hangar so I can dump my ore into it. and I'll do the same to my other character here, and the screen has just frozen. There we go, let's back up again. So I'll do the same, open, target, start mining. Brilliant. Now one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to bump the Orca, because then I will not be aligned to the my warp out. So I want to get close so I can get to the fleet hangar, but not so close that I bump it. So I'm close enough now, I'm slowing down. I'll do the same to this pilot as well. Get close but not too close. A little bit more, always watching local, make sure nothing bumps in, or jumps in I should say. And we'll stop it there. There we go. Right, so I don't bother with aligning the hulks out, because they're going to get into warp long before the Orca does anyway. So it's just one of those things. It's the priority is always to save the Orca. Hulks are expendable, let's put it that way. But in saying that, the Orca is expendable as well. Yeah, it's just having an Orca in Nullsec is you're going to lose it. At some point you are going to lose it. It's just inevitable. Just a momentary lapse in concentration, and someone comes into systems and nabs you, you're going to die before help comes. So how I've got this Rorqual fitted is really for half and half, if you like. As you can see, for the rigs I've got two large drone mining augmented tech ones. That's just so I can get my mining yield up. And for the third one I've just got a large low friction nozzle joints tech 2, and that's just to speed up my align time. So even though I'm aligned now, if I try to go into warp, it is going to take a while just to align properly and to build up the speed to get into warp. So that just helps with that. Not by much, but every little bit helps. There's no point me putting another large drone mining augmenter in this third slot, just because of the drawbacks that you get. It's not really going to increase the mining yield that much. So I'd rather go for just a little bit more speed at aligning in case I need to get out quick. For the high slots, all I've got is you've got the mining foreman burst tech 2s. I've got the range and the yield optimization charges loaded in them, and for the third command burst, I've got the shield command burst, just in case there are any rats that come into system. I'll be able to rep the two hulks as well as the Orca, just to add that survivability time to get the rats down before they do any serious damage. And to help with that, I've got the remote shield booster as well, just to be able to target the two hulks and just rip them up if any rats come in that are going to do them any great damage. And of course, always good to have is just a small tractor beam, just to salvage the to tractor in the rat corpses, or the rat wrecks, just to see if there's anything in there that's worth keeping or not. So not paying attention, and of course the ore holds of the hulks fill up pretty quick. I am mining currently with these hulks 1403 cubic meters every 64 seconds. So that's not too bad. That's 2400 M3 every 64 seconds. That's not bad. And the other one over here is the same amount, 1405 cubic meters every 62 seconds, so 2 seconds quicker. So say every minute you're looking at 2400 M3 every minute. So it's not bad. And of course, for these mining drones, let's just go into the show info. As you saw before, it's 258 every 60 seconds. So we just do that. 258.55 times 5 drones. That's 1292 every 60 seconds. So it's a little bit less than a Hulk. Let's put it that way. A little bit less than a Hulk mines. Well, it's I wouldn't say it's a little bit left. It's half as much as a Hulk mines. As you said, a Hulk mines 2400 every 60 or just over every 60 seconds, and this is only mining 1292 every 60 seconds. So it's about half. So equivalent to one strip miner Tech 1. How about that? Well, actually, just slightly less than a Tech miner strip 1. Yeah, strip miner Tech 1 1405. Yeah, so 200 M3 less every minute. But then again, to combat that, you could always go out and buy your harvester mining drone, which gives you a little bit more. Hold on, let me just move this all over. Yeah, the harvester mining drone, you do mine a little bit more with that. Mining amount M3, activation time, so it's all 60 seconds. So as you can see, I'm currently mining the Augmented Mining Drone. So with no buffs, just a default, you're looking at 37 M3 every 60 seconds. But with the Harvester Mining Drone, that goes up to 42 M3. And the Orca is actually designed to use these Harvester Mining Drones. Because if you have a look here with the do we have here with the bandwidth used? Yeah, no, maximum velocity, mining amount, there we go, bandwidth used. So these ones is just 5 megabits per second. Any ship can really use them. The Hulks can use them. Not really designed for the Orca, as you are wasting quite a bit of bandwidth. But these ones, the harvester mining drones, they are 10 megabits per second. So if you had 5 of them, that's 50 megabits. And if you have a look at the attribute sheet for the Orca, you will find down here somewhere there is something in here to do with mining bandwidth, 50 megabits. So 10 megabits each, 5 of them, 50 megabits. So you do have enough bandwidth to use 5 of these. But the only reason I'm not using these is they are expensive. I don't think there's any in market where we are currently. Okay, there's 5 of them, but they're 320 million each. So for 5 of them, you're looking at $1 billion. Oh, sorry, not dollars. 1 billion ISK that you need to invest in getting these. And looking at the mining yield from what 37 to 42, that's only 5 M3 difference, 5 cubic meters difference in mining yield per cycle. So it's not that much, to be perfectly honest. These ones here, the Augmented Mining Drones, I think they're about 10 million each. I'm not too sure. Actually, let's just go check out Eve Appraisal now, so I can tell you straight away. Always keeping my eye on local, just to make sure. Oh, I'll move these over while I'm here so they don't run out. And the ore hold is full. Right, let's just quickly do this. Augmented Mining drone, and we will take the Jita price. Yeah, you're looking at about 70 million each. So 70 million for each for these guys, and 300 million each for these guys. So it's quite a big difference, and only for 5 M3 increase, I don't think it's worth it. I don't mind wasting a bit of time just mining the extra 5 cubic meters, but yeah, just for the price, I don't think it's worth it. If I did have these, I would definitely take Witchu Mobile Depot out with me, just so you can anchor that down and save your 1 billion-isk investment if any newts come into the system. But yeah, you wouldn't want to waste that. But for these ones, oh, actually it's full, isn't it? Hold on, let me just go and move this stuff from the fleet hangar into the cargo hold, and then we'll move this slot. And someone's just come into local. Thank God it's a corp member. Yeah, so I don't think it's worth it for the increase. Yeah, maybe one day I'd want to invest in it, but currently no. Anyway, just going back to the fittings I've got here. For the mid slots, I've just got a vulnerability, adaptive vulnerability field Tech 2. I've got because I'm in sensor space or mass space that do EM and thermal damage. I've got a thermal disruption field, a faction module, A type thermal disruption field, and just a standard Tech 2 EM ward field. And for the remaining ones, I've just got the 2 extra large shield extender Tech 2s. And for the low slots, I've got an initial stabilizer and a damage control Tech 2. So that's it. Pretty basic fit. Nothing too major about that. Yeah, as I said, it's not really designed to survive if I get hot dropped or I get tackled. I built this in the anticipation that I am going to get caught and I am going to lose my Orca one day. So yeah, it's just like for these large mining drone augmented tech ones. I could have got the Tech 2s, but they're just too expensive. There's no point doing Tech 2s, especially if you are going to lose the Orca, especially in null space, Nullsec. Eventually, there's no point. Just go with the cheap tech ones. Just like this, even though it is a faction module, this A-type thermal disruption field, if you have a look at the cost for them, and there doesn't seem to be any on market, they are quite cheap anyway. And yeah, at least it saves my CPU, which is 84% used. So yeah, as you can see, it is quite slow. So if you look at my cargo hold, this is what my Hulk's mined in the time that I've been out mining, and this is what my Orca's actually mined. So as you can see, it is about half, which isn't that bad, but it's not that good. Definitely not as good as a Rorqual, but then again, for the investment, I mean, for the whole Orca itself, with the mining drones and the the modules and the ship hull itself, you'll probably be looking at around $1 billion isk. So it's not that much. You look at the Rorqual hull itself, you're looking at 2.5 billion just for the Rorqual hull, plus the drones, which are looking at 5 billion, and then all the tank modules, all the different component modules, looking at another billion there, just over. So all up, you're looking at around a $10 billion investment for the Rorqual compared to $1 billion for the Orca. And especially in times like this when it's just not safe at the moment to go out Rorqual mining, it's just a lot cheaper just to take a Orca out and do the same thing. So one thing I haven't actually done is for one of my alts here, I do actually have NETFQ mining drones, so I should actually take them out and put them to use. Otherwise it's a waste of M3 I could be mining. So that's it. This is basically the fit I'm using at the moment. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think of it. And if you guys can improve on it, let me know what you'd change, because I'm always open to ideas about what we can change and what things I can do to improve the mining yield without spending too much risk. Speaking about Orcas, just obviously on the anticipation that yes, eventually I am going to lose it. I am making a couple of them. As you can see, I've got 3 currently in the oven getting cooked. Just 3 days. Well, yeah, 3 days, 4 days wait time, and yeah, there's 3 of them there. And what I am actually doing as well is I'm building capital parts for another mining ship, the Rorqual. So just currently getting all the bits for that, just producing them. I've got all the PPCs for it, but I am missing one important skill to actually make the Rorqual, and that is, as you can see, I need the capital ship construction skill to level 4, and it is actually in the pipeline. There it is there, level 4, and it's going to take me 6 days and 15 hours. So it is currently getting trained, and with that I'll be able to make the supers, the super carriers, as well as the Rorqual. So that's currently what I'm training up, and I'll have all the parts ready for the Rorqual before that time. But so basically in 6 days, when this is all trained up, I'll be able to hit the go button or the start button and get one of these in the cooker as well. As you can see, estimated price for that is 2.5 billion. So yeah, used up all my manufacturing slots at the moment, slots I should say. But yeah, so I think the build time of that is quite long. I'm not, yeah, well, no, that's actually not actually. It's saying 5 days and 14 hours. So for the Orca, you're looking at, yeah, it's basically 4 days, just over 4 days to build an Orca with the current skills that I've got. But yeah, so it's not that much longer. It's just a day more, day and a half more for the Rorqual. So that's pretty surprising. I thought it was actually longer than that, but I guess because I'll be building this in a Sotero, if that's how you pronounce it. Which is basically the largest engineering complex you can make. So I'll be building it in there, which is in system. So I am completely full of my Rorquals. The trouble with using sorry, not Rorquals, so the Hulks. It's the trouble with using Hulks is they don't have any tank, and they have very small cargo holds, or ore holds I should say, but they are very, very quick at mining ore. So you wouldn't want to take a Hulk out mining, doing it solo, because it wouldn't be cost effective to do so. So you'd always use it with a ship that you can offload your ore to, either a Rorqual or Orca, or even if you just jet can it and have a cargo ship on standby just to pick it up and take it to a station, so the Hulks don't stop mining. But anyway, so what I'll do currently is I will just take a screenshot of this. Pity it's on a grey background. Where would be a good... Pity the light is actually under it. My Hulks are in the wrong place. Always the way, isn't it, when you want to do a screenshot? How can I do this? Should I move these a little bit closer? Move them to the other side of the Orca. And I just bumped the Orca. Silly, silly, silly. That's not what I want to be doing. Alright, so I'll stop that. Stop that. That's bouncing. The Orca's bouncing. Let's just align this out quickly, because I don't want to be caught with my pants down if a nuke comes into the system, because that would not be good. Okay, we'll stop you. Right. Where's the light gone? There we go. Still not the best position to take a screenshot. Oh well, it's going to have to do. Right, there we go. I'll just quickly save that. Done. And there we go. So this video has been going on now for 28 minutes, so half an hour. And what do I have to show for it? Let's just find out. Oh, okay, so the fleet hangar's full again. So I'll just quickly empty these. Done. Right. So let's see, what have we got here? So we've got 148,000 cubic meters of ore in about half an hour. So yeah, it's, I guess that's what the old saying is, beggars can't be choosers. So I don't want to risk my Rorqual, as I said. So the next best thing is the Orca, and yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It does the job. and it doesn't stop the ISK rolling in, i.e. It doesn't stop the mining. Definitely wouldn't want to go out in a porpoise. The only reason I would use a porpoise is if I was mining in a system that's in a pipe and has quite a bit of traffic going through it. That's the only time that I'd use a porpoise, and I'd still use it with mining barges or exhumers like the Hulk or the skiff. It's just that the porpoise has a very fast align time and warp time. So that's the only reason I would use a porpoise. It's just that for the system that I should say the region that I'm in at the moment, there is an ice system a couple jumps away that's up the pipe that I'm in, and I definitely wouldn't want to go into there in an Orca and mine. The only reason I'd mine there, well, the only time I'd mine there is with a porpoise. I do actually have one, but it's actually not in this system. It's quite a few jumps away, but yeah, I'll be looking at bringing that over as well. So yeah, quite a few people have jumped into to the system. Thankfully, they're all friendly. And I'm about to stop as well. So yeah, I mean, Orca mining is doable. I don't think I'd want to just sit here with the Orca by myself. I definitely want to have some mining barges on some alt characters like I do here, helping out. Otherwise, it will just be too long for the amount that you mine. But I've always liked the Orca. I mean, this is the ship I used to use in high sec. It is a very good ship. It does have a very large ore hold, 180,000 M3. I guess that's dependent on your skill. Let's have a look. Is it dependent on your skill? No, it's not dependent on your skill. Hold on, where's the ore hold? Capacity, structure, drone. Oh, okay, maybe it is dependent on your skills. Yeah, okay, so industrial command ships bonus per skill level. So you get a 5% bonus to the cargo and ore hold capacity per skill level. So that's pretty good. And I think though I've only got industrial command ships up to level 4. Let's just verify that very quickly. Industrial command ships. Okay, yeah, so four and a bit, but yeah, it is 4. So if I wanted that up to level 5, it would take another 31 days, which is quite a lot. But then again, if I was going to use the Orca as my main mining ship, I definitely want to get that up to level 5, just for the added 5% bonus to the ore hold capacity, and of course the 3% bonus to the mining foreman burst effects. So I get the 3% bonus to the hulks that I support my Orca with. But again, I mean, the only reason I'm using the Orca in Nullsec currently is just because it's just a bit unsafe to use the Rorqual at the moment. So let's have a look. Just about done. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I filled up my main ore hold. What I'll do is I'll just move that into the main cargo hold. So what I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll fill up the Orca, and we'll see how long it's actually taken. and I have done this twice today already, and at the end of the day I get about 171 compressed bright spot, which is about 70 million each if I sold it. So yeah, not that much. Actually, let's just find, because that's 70 million, that's the estimated price. I just wonder how much Jita sells it for. Just using Eve appraisal. So 71 compressed bright spot, and Jita market value currently okay, that's saying 32 million. Wow. Okay, that's a lot lower than I thought. Oh no, what am I doing? Sorry, not 71. It's 171 bright spot, and that price is, if I can type it right, 171 compressed bright spot. Submit. Yeah, 79 million. That's better. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll just find out how long it actually takes to fill this up. So just about done. The main cargo holders filled. You can't stick anything in the ship maintenance bay, unfortunately. Fleet hangar is getting filled, and the main ore holders getting there as well. So yeah, pity no rats have come in. It is a bit of a shame, and I'm the only one currently in the colossal anomaly at the moment. Lots of nice ore about that I can pick up. You've got your crocite, bistot's always good. No one's really touched the Arcanor at the moment. That's one of the things I actually need to mine, because if you have a look currently at the stuff that I've got here, let's just capital. Yeah, so if I want to make armor plates, and I tried to make 11 of them, yeah, as you can see, Mexicolan, I'm running out of Mexicolan. So got plenty of titanium, I've got plenty of pyrite, I've got plenty of oxygen, Nicoxium, got, yeah, quite a bit of that, that's fine. What's Zydrine, yeah, 320,000, but then again the capital parts don't take that much of that, so that's fine for the time being. And Megasite, again, it's fine for the time being. So yeah, Mexicolan is, sorry, not Mexicolan, Mexilon is definitely the mineral that I am running out of. So luckily I do get it from the gleaming spot that I'm currently mining. Oh, I'm actually mining bright spot, not gleaming spot. Bright spot that I'm currently mining. I get 2203 units, which depending on your reprocessing skills, you can get a percentage of that out of them. But really what I should be mining is gneiss. So yeah, lots of iridescent gneiss here, and if you have a look for that, you're getting 25, so a little bit more. What's that, 250 odd units more from gneiss than you do from spod, but you don't get the other advantages of the other minerals, like for instance what's one of them? Titanium, I guess is the only one. That's different. Actually, hold on. Let me just go and change this and change this. Alright, great. Okay. Yeah. So what's missing? The only thing missing is yeah, I don't get titanium. But then again, I've got plenty of that, so I'm not really needing that. So maybe I should switch to mining niece just for the extra 200 and odd units of Mexilon that I can get from it. Pyrite, I don't really need pyrite. How much pyrite do I actually have? Yeah, I've got 97 million worth of pyrite, so yeah, not really needing that either. So maybe I will just change to niece. But what I'll do is I'll fill up the cargo hold with spod, and then I'll change to mining niece, iridescent niece. So where are we at? So fleet hangar is just about full, and the cargo hold is just about full. Well, it will be very shortly. And the video has been going for how many minutes? 41 minutes. So 41 minutes, I could have done 1.5 ratting sites, and just taking 2 VNIs out. Yeah, you're looking at about 30 million. Well, actually no, about 26 million per tick. 26 to 30 million per tick. 20 minutes. So yeah, you're looking at, what's that? About 60 million. So still, if you've got an Orca and you've got 2 Hulks, you're still making more money than if you were ratting, not taking into account if True Censure dropped and gave you some nice faction module that you can sell, or even if an escalation came along. If you're just doing it just pure bounties on the rats, then mining this way is definitely a lot more profitable. Not only that, but if you're not going to be selling the ore, but you're actually going to be producing components, or sorry, I should say ships with it, then yeah, it's a hell of a lot more profitable than if you're ratting. So what I'll do is I'll take these drones in, because there's no point them being out there at the moment because the ore holder is now full. So I'll just use the hulks just to mine the last little bit of this spod rock, so I can fill the fleet hangar as well, which is currently half full. And then what I'll do is I'll go back to the station and we'll see how much we mined, and see how much we've actually made. So let's just go to these guys here. This guy's about to finish his cycle, starting a new one. Move that over. And this other guy here. Alright, so getting there. 3/4 full. And check the time of this video. 44 minutes. Come on, let's full the cargo hold. Full it up. Full it up or fill it up? I like fill. Fill it up. Fill it up until it's full. Alright. Another guy came in. Thank God he was friendly. So we're getting there. 30,000 cubic meters. So we've got another 10,000 cubic meters to go. So that is just one and a bit cargo hold full of from the hulks. So it shouldn't take that many more minutes. Couple more minutes and we'll be done. And then we'll actually see how long it takes. So I've been aligned now down to the Satoyo, which is down here. So what I'll do is I'll warp down there just to see how quick it takes me to get into warp, even though I am aligned. So it'll be a interesting test, that. Yeah, it's one of the things as well for the drones that I've actually got in the drone hangar. I've got your my medium drones here. Again, these are just predominantly to take out rats that may come in. And then I've got my ECM drones here. These are just to be able to, have that slight chance that I'll be able to get away from any hostile that comes in there and tries to warp jam me or warp scram me. I'll deploy these in an attempt to try and get him to break his lock from me so I can get him to warp. So yeah, I mean, any chance is better than no chance. So that's why I've got these guys in here, just to give me that last sliver of hope that I'll be able to get away if I get tackled. Right, so we should be just about done. So let's move that. Yep, we are. Brilliant. Done. So our ore hold is done, our fleet hangar is done, and our main cargo hold is full. So what I will do is I will now see how long it takes me to warp to this guy, since I'm aligned.
Warp drive active.
Come on. Okay. Not that long, but long enough to make yourself shit your pants if a hostile was in system. Navigation, so yeah, line time 25 seconds. So still initial modifier effects, turning, blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. So I've landed. Right, but what I want to do though is I want to go to this guy over here, because this guy I can use to compress the ore. So for these guys I'll fill up their holes as well. So it's already there. Oh, what's that? That is a VNI. Yay, great ship. Okay, this guy's full, so I'll warp him to the same system.
Warp drive
Oh, sorry, the same citadel. And this guy is going to complete very, very soon. So from 64 seconds without the buff, I'm now up to 106 seconds, 106.9 seconds. So that's how much the buff makes. It takes off 40 seconds from, well, over 40 seconds from the cycle time for the Tech 1 miner mining lasers. Strip miners, I should say. Right, here we go. I have arrived.
Docking request accepted.
Bit of an echo because my other Hulk has come, so I arrived as well. See, what I can do is I can probably stop that now and it'll probably be full. Yep, it is. Right. Taking my drones, a line out. And 2 more drones. And boom. Let's go into warp.
Warp drive active.
Right, so what I'll do is I will just trade with my main pilot here. And I'll give her all the spot that I mined. So I'll just accept that. And what I'll do is I'll do it to the there you go, just make it a bit bigger for you guys. Do it to my other Hulk pilot here. As soon as we land.
Docking request accepted.
Come on. There we go. Right, trade. Give you that. And give you that. Accept, accept. Right. So currently, if you have a look at the ore hold here, I had 98 already in there. So that's basically one compressed block, if you like. So just take that into consideration. So what I'll do is I'll move all of this from the ore hold of the Orca, from the fleet hangar of the Orca, and from the main cargo hold of the Orca. And I'll just stack them all. So there we go. It's 17,200 cubic meters of ore that we managed to mine in, I think it was around 45 minutes. Yeah, it's around 45 minutes, 46 minutes. So it's not bad. So if I compress that, I'm looking at well, you remember I did say that we had one extra there anyway, so it's really 171 compressed spod, and we did have a look at the EVE appraisal, and we saw that 171 compressed spod at the current JITA prices is around 79 million. So that gets added to my total. So 3 trips of 45 minutes each, which is, God, my maths is not that good, and my calculator has died. Uh, 45 minutes times 3 trips, 135 minutes, which is basically 2 hours, 2.25 hours, to mine 514, and current market rates for that in JITA, 514, you're looking at 237 million ISK for just over 2 hours of work. I'll I'll leave that for you guys and girls to decide if that's worth doing or not. But hey, you know, I guess my experience with mining in a Rorqual, I would have expected a lot more for that. but again, you know, it's whatever you can afford. If you're just starting out mining, and you can't afford a Rorqual, then yeah, the Orca is an absolutely brilliant ship that you should definitely get and go out and start mining in. The only downside, I guess, with flying an Orca is it is slow and it doesn't have a jump drive. So you wouldn't want to gate this between systems in Nullsec. You'd only want to keep this in, you know, 1 or 2 jump range, if you like, or gate range from your home station. You definitely wouldn't want to take it further afield, just because it is an easy target. And yeah, it'll be very, very easy for a small gang of ships to kill. And of course, you know, the size of these guys is huge. If you have a look here, you are looking at it packaged is 500,000 M3, and as you know, if we have a look here at a, say, an arc jump freighter. So yeah, this is an arc jump freighter, which I've got here, and it currently has 3 expanded cargo hold Tech 2s in its low slot, and it can only hold a maximum of 337,000 cubic meters of cargo. So you'll definitely not be able to get a Orca into here. And I'm not sure about the others. I'm not sure about the Asher or the rear, you know, what cargo hold space they can have, but I don't think they are anywhere near 500,000 M3. But yeah, let me know if I'm wrong in that, but I don't think they are. Which means that the only way you're going to get an Orca in Nullsec is if it was built in Nullsec. So as you saw, you know, I'm currently building them anyway up here. That's the only way that I could get them, is to just build them myself. But yeah, so if you are starting out, they're a dime a dozen in high sec. Very, very easy to get in high sec. But in Nullsec, yeah, they can be quite difficult to get. So you either get your alliance or your corporation to build it specifically for you, or you just go by the, you know, BPCs for the components and just build them yourself. It is all Tech 1 stuff, so it all comes from ore that you mine. It doesn't require moon goo or anything like that, like the Tech 2 stuff, like for the jump freighters, etc. Yeah, as you can see, here's my Rorqual, all nicely parked up, safe and sound. Not going to take it out in its current climate. The main reason why is the fact that most of the defense fleet are on deployment quite far away in catch, which makes it very, very difficult to get any help or to get any real help. And we've had quite a few large gangs, especially from Volta, which I think is a wormhole corp. They currently roaming around Esteria in about 40 to 50 Loki fleet, and you wouldn't want to be caught with one of them. You'd be able to tank it for a while in the fit that I've currently got for this Rorqual, but without a massive force, defense force to help you out, you are going to die. And to get that massive defense force assembled in time is yeah, you're taking a big risk, because it's not likely to happen that quickly. So hence why it's just safer to have it docked up here, build myself a Oracle, sorry, not Oracle, an Orca, and use that instead, with the sole purpose of knowing that I am going to lose it. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I don't think I have even insured it yet, which completely sucks. I haven't insured anything here. So I am going to insure my Orca. I am going to insure it for 200 million, and that means I will get 678 million back if it ever goes bye-bye, which is about the cost of actually manufacturing the Orca or building the Orca. I think it's around that cost, which is fantastic because I mine the minerals myself. So, you know, if I did lose this, at least I'll be able to get the price back for the minerals that I've used to create it, minus obviously the 200 costs that will take to get the insurance. So I'll go ahead and insure that. Brilliant, done. Haven't insured my Rorqual. That is just going to be too expensive at the moment. 600 million, and I only get 2 billion back. But yeah, I'm not going to do that just yet. Maybe when I start using it more and more later on, I'll insure it for that much. But currently, when it's parked up and not going to be used anytime soon, there's pointless getting insurance for it now. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative. Yeah, Orcas in Nullsec, they are a thing. People do use them. It's a great ship to get started with capital or big ship mining. It's not as good yield as a Rorqual for obvious reasons, but it is a very, very, very good ship. Not as good to use by itself. Just the mining yield is not that great. You'll be better off having taking a coveter out or a Mackinaw out that will mine more than the Orca, and has a decent cargo hold. I think it has about 15,000 cubic meters of cargo hold. But if you've got a fleet, if you've got a couple of vaults that are in hulks or other mining ships, then the Orca is a great ship to use for that as a support role, just so your mining barges can offload the ore to the ore holder in the Orca, and obviously the Orca there to give the your mining barges and consumers the buffs from the command bursts. But yeah, it is a great ship. Anyway, hope you found this video entertaining and informative. If you want to know anything else about the Orca, or wanted to see more of a certain thing, then yeah, just comment below and let me know. But until the next time, have fun and fly safe. Bye for now.